take a quick look at my curves because I'm not sure if I need to re-desensitize a little bit. Okay, I'll see what the mosquito's like now next time I fly. I don't think there's anyone else in the server at the moment, so I don't have to worry about checking okay to take off. Oh, my gear's not coming up. I've slowed right down. So it's not air, in fact I'm going to crash probably. It's not air resistance. Why is the gear not coming up? Surely... High storm, hold on. Terrible landing, but I don't really care about that at the moment. All I want to do is sort out why my gear is not there. Storm Nils, is that another name for the name I already know?
How's the Spitfire today?
Well, the Spitfire today is not bringing up its gear, and I don't know why. So I've got to check mapping.
Storm Nils. Yes, indeed. I am the same one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, jolly good. Hello, Nils. Right, hold on. I can't remember if it comes under gear or undercarriage or not. I think it's undercarriage. Well, according to this map's okay. So I think I'm going to have to respawn. There must be something odd about that spawn. I'll have to respawn in and see what happens. Right, now I could just start the engine up, put the gear up and move forward and then it'd collapse, but that would be a test, but I don't really want to do it that way. So I'll start up, take off. I think I might take off on this slip road just for speed, taxiway, just for speed. Get armed just in case I need to engage.
Request refueling. Request
okay,
refueling.
Let's get going.
Copy. Refueling complete.
Didn't turn the fuel on. That's because my switch is all... Okay, let's go again. I'll give it a prime of 3 this time.
Rearming complete.
Flood it too much. I've been refueled, been rearmed. Right, I'm just going to quickly take off along that taxiway and just see if the gear comes up. Well, what happened there? What's going on with the Spitfire today? Why did my engine simply cut? I've got everything turned on. Why did it just cut? I'm going to choose a different Spitfire, which is not what I want to do, because this one has got my name on it. So I like to use this one, but okay, I'll choose a different one. Then I'll have to move across to that same area to get rearmed. I'm not sure what the next one is. I'll try 10. Oops, no, it's Moz. Oh, what did I select? Oh, I've chosen A10. I didn't want this. Hang on, is it an A10? No, it's not an A10. Okay, I'm going to reslot. I'm determined to get in the spit and have it working. That's important to me. That was AV8, yeah, okay. Right. So you take me out of my comfort zone and I'm useless. Oh, that's the only Spitfire in that group. I hadn't realised that. That's why I just selected the one above. Okay, let's sort by unit type. Moz Spit 10, that one. Okay, let's go again. I'll get armed. Why did that start at 89%? Why did it not? I'm sure that normally starts at 100. Okay.
Request rearming.
You know what, I'm going to do that again because I'm not sure what ammo I had there either. I think it's probably the one I usually have. I don't normally change this, so I don't know what I'm looking at really. I don't know what I usually have. Oh, I'll stick with that. I'm not going to mess about. That's not what I'm here for.
Request
What?
rearming.
Oh, don't want to get rearmed. I should have cancelled. So what I want to do is just take off and see if the gear comes up. That's the thing I'm here for. realised I didn't check if I got rearmed. I probably hadn't, but never mind, that's not my aim at the moment. Okay, let's see what happens this time. I didn't set my trims, that's why it suddenly leapt. So I'm thinking about one thing and not thinking about all the other stuff. Let's set my trim back to where it should be. My gear didn't come up again. My gear is not coming up. Okay, that's bad news. I'm going to try a different aircraft and see if I get the same issue with all of them. I've got a feeling I will have. I didn't have the gear issue last night, that's for sure. Well, I'm saying that. There was a time when I thought I'd put my gear up but it was still down. Maybe that's when it occurred. Flaps are coming down, they're working okay. I think the first thing I want to do is go to my event checker and see if it is doing what it's supposed to be doing when I press that button. Now you can't see this, but I'm on the event tester at the moment. It's doing it. It's sending the right signals. But the gear isn't coming up. Now, why would that be? That's surely the spit hasn't got busted. That DCS haven't made a change, but there'd be an update, surely. I'm going to try a different aircraft just to see what happens with that.
Sundowns. Unacceptable. Throw it in a box and send it to me.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on here tonight, but say last night I do remember thinking, oh, my gear's down. and I felt sure I'd put it up, and I guessed that I hadn't. I just not pulled the button properly or whatever. But maybe that's when it occurred. I don't know. Okay, I'm going to choose a different aircraft, see what happens. If the gear comes up with a different aircraft, then I'm not sure. Right, I'm going to jump in a Moz. Oh, I don't want air. I nearly chose that because I've sorted it according to unit type, so it's all changed. All right, I've got to be careful not to choose the wrong one. That one will do me. Slightly longer startup, etc. Obviously in the Moz, but I need to do this to see if the gear's working in that aircraft.
Request rearming. Copy. Rearming complete. From the starter. Copy.
After this, if this works and the spit still doesn't, obviously my next thing is to ask someone else to fly a spit and tell me if the gear works. I'm going to go for the long runway with this one. God, those flaps moved very quick tonight. They normally take longer than that. Things must have changed, but I don't see how it can without some sort of an update being taken. It normally takes much longer to get my flaps down to that point I say much longer anyway. I don't know if anyone else is in the server because I haven't got their little messages up, and to be honest they do get in the way, so I'll make an announcement anyway just in case there's someone there. .49 Mosquito 08 for takeoff. To their centre, I don't know if you noticed, my RPM are about 3,000. Gear came up there, no doubt, no problem.
I thought above 3K engine would float.
Well, it's only for takeoff. But that's what I use. I've got away with it so far. Now I'll start adjusting. I'll get the gears up. Yeah, the gears up. Get my clutch up. Start adjusting trims and speed and stuff. Well, I'll adjust with prop pitch first. Pull it back to about 2.7. Boost back to about 7 or 8. But the point is, my gear came up in the Mosquito, so I might have a quick blast at the BTRs on the bridge and then land and then try to spit again. Perhaps coming out of the spit and getting back into it will get the gear working a bit. Actually, I probably could move the spit lever in the gear lever in the spit as long as I don't move before I put the gear lever back to the down position. I guess that should be safe. It's just under my port wing at the moment, the target. Target is there. Guns and rockets are armed and ready. Well, I'm not good with rockets, I'll just give it everything and see what happens. But I want to land and then jump in a spit. Those trims are so important. It's even the aileron trim on takeoff does definitely, I'm sure of it, help to stabilise the aircraft during takeoff. We've got quite a frame rate drop then. I think I've only hit one of those BTRs. Two. I've hit two. For me, ain't bad with rockets. Okay, RTB. And see about taking a spit again and see if the gear works. If it doesn't, I'm definitely going to have to ask someone else to try a spit. The gear's gone down okay. Flaps are functioning. Drop down to, what's going on? I've got 16 and 18 FPS now. Someone else at the other end of the runway. 4908 landing emergency. Actually, it's probably not an emergency. But I suppose it does become an emergency if you're landing with someone coming towards you. I think that is someone there. Maybe it's undead in Charlie 130. Right, so the gear functioned okay in the Moz. I'll get out of the way. Have a quick check on the map to see who that is. I suspect it's undead in the Moz. Oh, we got Nils.
Two T-130s taking off runway 26.
Yeah, two Charlies. Okay, I'm on the north edge. Would you like me to move off? I'm going to move off onto a taxiway. Okay, runway is now clear. That's probably why my frame rate dropped. I've got two Charlie 130s doing stuff. So I've dropped to 11 and 15 at the moment.
Sundowns. Thanks so much for showing me the mosquito.
You're very welcome, Santa. It's nice to get a success like that, but it's also, I want to encourage people to use the warbirds, don't I? So it's in my own interest as well. Am I being selfish? I hope not. Right, I'm going to jump in a spit now. I'm going to go through the polite thing of cutting the engine and stuff.
Sundowns. We all do sometimes.
Okay, let's see what happens. I think the first thing I'm going to do is see if the lever moves when I put my gear lever down.
Sundowns. Can you tell me a good place to learn tabs or something so I can play the guitar?
I tell you what, a good guy to watch. Now, it might not be the style of music you want, I don't know, but he does cover various styles, but he covers a lot of Beatles stuff, okay? And you know that I'm into Beatles. His name is Mike Pacelli, and he gives a really good overview and detail of a particular song, such as when I did "And I Love Her" by the Beatles. I used Mike Pacelli to get the information on that. He shows you it in great detail, and he also, at the beginning of it, which some people might want to skip, but at the beginning of it he tells you about the song, perhaps how it originated, where they recorded, any quirky things that might have happened, you know, during the recording, just general background information about the song and the recording of the song. So Mike Pacelli, I'll tell you what, stand by, I'll stick a link in the chat. Let me find him. In fact, I'll give you a link to one that you already know. I'll give you my link to Mike Pacelli teaching.
I found him on YouTube.
Oh, you found him? Okay, well, if you find him, because I didn't know, because obviously the spelling might not get him, but yeah. All right, have a look and see if there's anything there that might grab you, and just have a look at one anyway to see what his format is, to see what he does, and at the end of it, he does what's called a sound alike. So he shows you all the parts, not all of the parts. On the Beatles, he's showing you George and John's part, so rhythm guitar and lead guitar. Basically, you'd have to work out for yourself. And at the end of it, he shows you what he's been, or he does a sound alike using what he showed you. Yeah, so he plays the whole song properly with drums and bass using the parts that he's just taught you. So it's very good. I think it's brilliant.
Sundowns. KBRB gotta get another tequila tongue poking smiley.
Tequila. Oh, okay. Enjoy tequila. Right, gear lever on my spit is not moving when I push my button to do so. I'll recheck the settings. Maybe I only checked the mosquito before. We'll see. Well, there it is. It's joy button 32, and that is correct. I'll reassign it, but I can't see that it's going to make any difference. Ah, oh, look. I'm selecting it and it's not having it. I'll have to select it manually. Right, no, I have an issue. I need someone to jump in a Spitfire for me now, and in this mission, and see if their gear is stuck down, because it should be working. Let's take the pilot out of the way just for a minute. I'll take the pilot. Now look, oh dear, oh dear. I don't like the idea of not being able to fly my Spit, not one bit. Radio check.
Yep, radio check.
Thank you, that's undead, yeah? I'm actually after someone that can fly a Spit for me because I found an issue that I need someone else to fly a Spit. Have we got anyone else in the server? Although I know Santa owns, he flies a Spit, don't you, Santa? I'll check my events again.
Sundowns. Got pulled to dinner, be a little longer than I expected, but maybe I'll get 2 tequilas.
2 tequilas, well someone's got to drink it, otherwise the company will go out of business, won't it? So, well done you, quite a hero, well done. Okay, left control and G. Let's see what it's mapped according to the controls. Left control and G. Ah, now look, it's lost that. It's lost the... So, button 32, I'm going to put that to left control and G. I shouldn't have to do that because it should be responding just to button 32. Okay, let's have a look.
Energy 999. What happens in the assign controls screen when you hit the physical button for it?
Well, it's okay now. The trouble is, once you put your gear up and you're on the ground, you can't put it down again, it seems.
Energy 999. Because it should just snap to the control as you hit the button, which if it's not means the joystick isn't firing off.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Well, it is firing off because I can't show you it, but I've got an event tester because I'm running target software, and in the target software there's an event tester. So when I push a button, it tells me exactly what the throttle unit and this button is sending. So it's sending okay, but why? See, now I can't get the gear down again, or rather the gear lever down again. Maybe I'll see what it's sending. Left shift and G. Okay, left. But it was all fine last night, I think. Although now saying that, I'm not sure. Oh, that's got left control, left shift and G. So let's clear that. Wait. I don't want that. Left shift and G just there is what I want. Okay, it's now the gear lever is going up and down on command. There is a slight delay which gives you the feeling it's not going to work, but it does work. Okay, so I should be able to start and move forward without the aircraft collapsing because I've put the gear lever back into the down position. So let's just see what happens. I'll get armed and I'll take off again on this here taxiway.
Request refueling. Request
Copy.
rearming. Copy.
And I must remember to go back and save that.
Refueling complete. Rearming complete.
Right, I'm going to be naughty and again and take off on the taxiway. Don't tell the CO. And as you'll see, the gear is now up, so it's all working okay. I'm not sure, I've got a feeling, it's a bit complicated to explain, I've got a feeling I might know what occurred there, but that must mean that, yeah, last night I always flew the spit with my gear down. Simply because it wasn't coming up and I wasn't checking. My fault. Okay, I'll go and beat up some BTRs and see how that all works. A lot closer to them than I realised. Try for these two directly in front of me. They hit the aircraft, they take out the prop pitch control. I'm all over the place here, I'm terrible. There we are, engine's dying. I'm probably not going to make it back. Oh, they're making mincemeat of me. I'm going to have to pancake. I wouldn't put my gear down, that's intentional. Put your gear down landing on this stuff in a spit and you'll nose over almost certainly. So, okay, the gear's working, the gear is working, but those units down there very often take out my engine, so I know it's a bit of a Not quite, but almost a suicide mission. Can I get out? Let's see if I'm fit enough to get out of the aircraft. Okay, well, at least I've sorted that out. Actually, what I will do is go and save that. That's settings, control settings. So I had to put those in. It should work just on these buttons, but there you go. Save this profile. And then I might actually already take a quick comfort break. Doesn't always seem to select the same place every time, so I've probably got other settings, savings that are elsewhere and I don't know where they are. But I'm going to try and keep it that it always comes to this one. Actually, I'm going to look at the Moz again just to make sure. Spit 7th of December. Okay. Okay, I think that's safe. I've probably got to do the same now with the A10 at least. I'll quickly jump in an A10 and let that be sorting itself out while I take a very quick comfort break and get back onto it. What happened there? What happened? Oh, here we are. Well, it took a little while. Right, whilst that's settling down, I'll pop up and have a very quick comfort break, and I'll be back very soon.
Request refueling. Request rearming. Copy.
Okay, let's fire it up.
Refueling complete.
Get the radio on just in case.
Rearming complete.
What's this? Why haven't I got my hard? Engage pre-flight bit. What? This is new. Oh.
Energy 999. So you flipped the X thing to test. Energy 999. Just right of the gear handle, bottom row of buttons.
Oh,
Energy
you
999.
know what? I missed.
One of them is in a test mode. I think the rightmost bottom row.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Yeah, thanks, Energy. I thought I'd clicked on it, but I'm just
Energy 999.
trying to hurry up.
There you go.
Brill. Super. Thank you, sir. And I'm really basic with this.
Energy 999. Unlike the WW2 stuff, this is where my wheelhouse is.
Okay, I think we're good for engine 2.
Sundowns. He doesn't have a wheelhouse.
I don't even know what you mean. Okay, I think I'm good to roll. I'll try for radio check, see if anyone's there. Radio check. It could even be, of course, it could even be, of course, that they're if they are there with their radio on, they might just be out of range. Not impossible. And that's the beauty of using the aircraft radio. It's just a bit more immersive. It's more realistic. Okay, I've locked my throttles together. I'm gonna move out. No, I'm not.
Chief, remove the wheel chocks. Copy. Wheel chocks are now removed.
So my Spitfire issue was simply that somehow the mapping was different. I might have an answer to that, but as I said before, it's a little bit complex to explain. It's just not worth explaining, but it's to do with partially to do with updates that I've taken for, well, I've swapped from Windows 10 to Windows 11, then I had to completely reinstall DCS, so it's kind of looking for trouble when you do that, I suppose. Point on A10, 26 for takeoff. Oh, it's a pilot down there. Or is it anyway? No, no, sorry, it's not. It's just too far away. It's a chopper. Could be Laxor. Yeah, Laxor.
Pull up, pull up. Altitude, altitude. Pull up, pull up. Altitude, altitude. Pull up, pull up.
Well, that was pretty futile, wasn't it? I'm bad with rockets.
Pull up, pull up. Pull up, pull up. Altitude, altitude. Pull up, pull up.
Energy 999. You have a lot of them though. It looks like you've got almost 100 of them. Energy 999. So be generous.
Yeah, I am. I usually am generous. It's about 84 it works out at. So I am normally pretty generous with them. But I was just being very clumsy and silly then. So I'm just pleased that my Spitfire is flyable now. Because that's my passion. That's the one I really love most. So I'm going to jump back in it just to feel good and make sure nothing's changed. Okay, so before I had the issue with the gear, and I believe, well, I did sort it. I believe it should still be sorted. So I'll just go through the old usual startup. I'll get armed because we spawn in this mission. We spawn in without any armament. So I'm gonna get armed.
Copy.
God, that was delayed speech, wasn't it?
Energy
Oh, it's down
999.
to sort of
Nice.
18, 19
If you
FPS
want any
again.
feedback about technique or anything, try getting more height and attacking from a steeper dive. That'll keep everything hitting much closer to the impact point it's promising
Refueling
you.
complete.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that energy, and thank you for that. If I go in steeper dives, I go in harder crashes, generally speaking. So that's just me. I'm a bad pilot, but that's not what we're here. Not what I'm here for. I'm here for to enjoy, which I do. And I know I should go into steeper dives, maybe I'll try and work on that. But at the moment, if I go in steeper dives, I end up much more likely to crash.
Rearming complete.
Energy 999. Front 8 thumbs up.
So I mean, if I was a decent pilot, I'd be able to do it all correctly. But I tend to want to fly the A10 like a Spitfire, because that's me. And I tend to fly by the seat of the pants. I'm not good on the technology bit. I suppose it's because it's a learning curve that I don't particularly want to go through, because jets don't really do it for me anyway. I like that big fan
Energy
at the front.
999. I could tell from your oops all rockets loadout.
Yeah. Yeah, so I don't do the smarter weaponry. Right, where am I at? What am I doing? I think I'm good to go.
Alex 1AVI. Hi Bill.
Hello, Alex. Nice to see you, sir.
Alex 1AVI. How's it going?
Well, I did have an issue, which I might have had last night, not properly realisingly, where my spit gear wasn't coming up. Couldn't raise the gear. Anyway, I sorted it. It's all to do with lost mappings, which I imagine must have also been lost last night. But I don't think I flew the spit very much. Certainly not as much as I usually fly it. Not as much as I usually fly it. I didn't fly the spit that much last night. So I think every time I flew it, I had the gear down, thinking I'd brought it up, because I hadn't checked my indicator, because I'm bad.
Alex 1AVI. LOL.
It's all right now. I've sorted out the mappings and I've saved the profiles, so should be good. Now, having been speaking, I've forgotten where I'm at. I think I'm good to prime and start. I hope I hadn't already primed, because if I had, she's going to be flooded. Crack throttle. Clear prop. Yeah, I must have flooded it. There's a lot of flame out there. I'll give it another try without priming to see if it goes, but it probably won't.
I don't think you can flood in DCS. Alex 1AVI.
I think you can. I think I just
Santa.
did. So I'm not going to prime, because I've had quite a lot of... I've probably double primed it, so I'll try it now. Done. Right, I'll try it now with a prime.
Sundowns. I'm doing something silly, downloading War Thunder.
Dear, oh dear.
Alex 1AVI. At Sundowns I downloaded it again as well. Alex 1AVI. Apparently they're adding in Frantic.
Actually,
Alex
one of the
1AVI. Pantry.
one of the reasons that I stopped enjoying it was because it grew, to me, it grew too big for itself. It started off as just aircraft, then they brought in tanks, and then there was boats and helicopters. So all the players that we could fly against each other, they were all flying it, they were all elsewhere. So the player base got spread across a far greater number of disciplines, if you like. So you might wait ages for a battle because they're off in boats or they're off in tanks or something. So that's one of the reasons why I got fed up. And the Spitfire, which obviously I flew a lot, I got up to level 100, so I did alright in it. But the Spitfire was not what good in as much as you put your flaps down and the nose pitched up violently.
Bill will teach me how to play, I bet.
What, in War Thunder? Well, I've got it probably still. I'm not sure. I probably still have got it on here somewhere. But it's not something I'm likely to get into again, I don't think. Yes, I did alright. I got up to level 100, and on the they have these little competition things, don't they, where you got a leaderboard, and I did get it up.
I want to take the weekend as a break
number
from
3 at one
DCS
point.
so I don't get burned out.
Yeah, I can see that. But I only fly at weekends. That's the only time I fly. I don't play any other games really. I do sometimes download these hidden object things because it's very peaceful and it's just easy going, and it's good memory check as well because you have to remember where you've been, what you've done. So they're quite good for that. And then I'll have a break from them for a long time. But I don't play other like online games as such. Of course, I've always said War Thunder is a brilliant game. It's a brilliant game, but I don't see it as a flight sim.
Sundowns. Sadly I play DCS 5 hours a day every day and sometimes up to 12 to 15 hours.
Oh wow! I used to stream for sort of 7 or 8 hours or longer, but now I just do a couple of hours to so roughly from midnight to about 2:30 or. Well, depending on who's there and whether I'm talking a lot, sometimes a lot later, but not like I used to. Not quite sure why.
It's cause you don't enjoy talking to me anymore.
Oh, no way, bro. So Stanton, I'll be interested to know if this is the way you take off in your spit. It's one of the things that actually I kind of realised not too long ago, is that when you're bringing the stick back from the full back or full right aileron and full elevator, when you're bringing it back to normal, I realise that I'm bringing it back to normal at a similar speed to what I'm throttling forward. So the stick and the throttle are going sort of forward, almost like together, which I hadn't realised I was doing, but that works. Okay, I'm set. So here we go.
Alex 189.
Hi Alex. Glad that gear's coming up now.
Alex 189. At sundown toward London. That's a bomber in front of me, and for those who don't know, it's an A20, which obviously isn't like an Axis type aircraft, but it's what Laxall had to use in order to keep the server or the mission as available to as many people as possible. Otherwise you have to all have that aircraft, you know, for certain aircraft you've all got to have it. I was chasing a bomber last night and I'm thinking, oh, I'm really struggling to keep up with him or catch up with him, and then I realised my gear was down. So I think all the times I flew with Spit last night, because I didn't make the proper checks, I was flying with my gear down. Oh wow, I must have hit the pilot. I didn't really cause much damage physically to the aircraft. Alex 189. My plane keeps shutting off. for some reason.
What aircraft are you in? I can't look very easily at the moment.
Alex 1AVI. A 10C.
Ah, okay.
Alex 1AVI. You're the joy.
Yeah, try it. That's undead, 130 again. If you've got your radio on undead, it's me near you, okay? It's 49. Of course, I'm assuming it's undead because I didn't look.
Alex 1AVI. Yeah, it does it with every plane. Alex 1AVI. Maybe if I restart my game.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Sorry, that's on the radio. I didn't mean to put it on the radio. That's my stream. It seems odd if it starts, but then it just cuts out. Yes, it is undead in the 130.
Chief watching.
Yeah, check, good. 757's be wasted on that. I might as well R2B. One on R2B. We're coming in on 0, right? Okay, see, I'm comfy in the Spit. I'm not always good with it, but I'm comfy in it. Get them flaps up. Get rearmed.
Alex 1AVI. My plane doesn't shut down in any OPS server HL.
Well, okay, that's odd. I did notice that Santa had an issue with choppers, and I've asked Laxor about it, but whether he can give any advice on that, I don't know.
Alex 1AVI. What happened with
I think what happened was when he was trying to apply power, it was removing power, almost like it was working back to front. And that is similar to what you're getting if it's only engine cuts off. So it might be the same. Might be the same issue, but I don't get that. I don't know why some would suffer it and others not. When I was just flying the
Alex
A10,
189.
no problem.
My screen turns off as well.
Your screen turns off. Oh, blimey, that's I don't know. That's a weird one. If it's affecting your graphic. Alexa, you copy?
Alex 1 ABI. Probably just me.
Well, yeah, but it really
Alex 1
sounds
ABI.
odd.
And I mean the screens in the plane turns off.
Oh, okay, so you're actually losing electrical power. Is that some kind of a conflict in your control settings? Yeah, sorry, Lacto, you copy?
Request.
Sorry, Lacto, you copy?
Copy.
Yeah, I am now.
Okay, so you've got my message about centre
Alex
losing
181.
power. I've got Alex Lovey on my stream. He's also in the server, and he's getting a sort of similar issue from what I can make of it. He's losing power generally. The engine cuts and he loses the screens, the MFDs.
Rearming complete.
I had that on the first spawn that I did in the Apache. That won't be something that affects the Gazelle. If I turned off the APU too soon, because I did it by mistake, I got myself out of sequence. So you want to be careful of that. But I wasn't under load, I didn't put load out on, mostly because I can't remember how to use half of it. But I took off
Alex
without an issue.
Hot start.
Yeah, the only thing that caused the screens to shut off was my own mistake in that particular instance.
Okay, Alex had just messaged to say he was using hot start, so I assume it would do everything correctly, including turning off the APUs at the correct time.
Possibly. I don't use hot start, so maybe there's a bug with hot start. If you know the manual startup, you could try that and see if you get a better result. I mean, the manual start isn't that complicated. So although hot start is far more convenient, unless you have had
Alex 180.
a lifetime of it and don't care for it simulated, then the manual start might give you better result.
Yeah, well, I always manual start the A10, and I was flying it earlier on, no problem at all. So, well, apart from me crashing it, of course. But yeah, he said he's going to try manual. Oh, well, I wonder if Santa was also using hot start for his choppers that he was using last night and failing.
Request refueling. Request rearming. Copy. Refueling complete.
Yeah, by the way, Alexa, I had an issue earlier on, but it was not really a DCS thing. I think what happened, do you remember I was loading up older or rediscovered versions of profiles, the FCF files and the .diff files, and I think when I did that,
Rearming complete.
last night I found I couldn't. Oh no! Last night I noticed I was flying around and my gear was down, and I couldn't bring the gear up. And I think I didn't fly the Spit very much last night, but it was. I think it was there that I was getting the issue, and I didn't realise it. I thought I'd just forgotten to bring the gear up, and when I tried, it didn't work. I thought, oh, I've damaged it in some way. But then I had the same tonight, and I found I had to remap the gear up and gear down in the controls, and it's fine now.
What's up? There we go, that cleared it. Someone was constant transmit. I think it was you, Bill.
Oh, right, I was speaking as well, so I'm not sure what happened there.
No, we got about first couple of words, had a problem, and then it cut off, and then it was green, but no sound.
I've got a free.
I don't know if you're responding, but maybe to your stream instead of radio this time. That'll be his problem. Game freeze. Yep, so I'm assuming you're still hearing me, Alex. Hopefully your manual start is going to be working for you. Currently DCS is collecting system information so that it can report the crash, the DCS crash. Taken a very long time to gather information. It's finally got to send crash report, so that was a lot it had to go there. Okay, so DCS should now close fairly soon. Get a black screen and I'll get back in. Okay, I will restart DCS.
Oh, I've got to close the profile first. Oh, that's why it's not doing it. Okay, I can now speak. I didn't want to speak before because it can. My push to talk button uses the control key, so and that can mess things up. So I didn't like to speak until I was loaded up. So now I'll go to multiplayer again. I'm assuming that you're still getting me.
Alex1AVI. I'm gonna join a different server. RQ cause cold start is being weird, so I'm gonna see if it's just me doing it wrong.
Okay, Alex, let me know. Let me know. I'll be interested. Are you familiar with fully familiar with cold start, manual start on an A10, or is it something you don't really do very often?
Alex1AVI. What was the question? Sorry.
Sorry, I just wondered.
Alex1AVI. Your mic cut out.
Okay, I think I'm back. Yeah, the question was, do you are you sort of nicely familiar with this, with the manual start of the A10, or is it something you don't normally do, so you have to kind of think about it a lot?
Alex1AVI. I know how to start it, but to only got it yesterday. Alex1AVI. As a trial.
Oh, okay, okay. So you're very comfortable with the manual startup of it. I've just jumped in an A10 myself.
Alex1AVI. Not very, but I can do it.
Because one of the things that Laxor was saying is if you turn off the APUs too early, that can cause your issue.
Alex 1
Request
AVI.
rearming.
The bit I got stuck on was the yaw SAS and pitch SAS.
Okay, well all I do is throw the switches on that. I don't do anything else that I'm aware of.
Rearming complete.
Alex 1 AVI. The switch just went back when I clicked it.
Ah, okay. Now I've had something like that, but I can't remember when, why or where.
Alex 1 AVI. It works now.
Right, I think you got to do it in the right sequence because I've just tried
Alex
clicking one of
1AVI.
mine and it flicks back.
But I'm in Santa's server.
Yeah, but I think I've just tried without starting the engine. I tried flicking those switches and they do flick back. So you've got to be doing those at the right stage, I guess.
Alex 1 AVI. I did the exact same thing I did in your server.
Alright. Well, I say I just had the switch flick back on me because I've not got it all running yet. Let's try again. I've got the APUs running. Yeah, you've got to have the APU running for those switches to lock in the position that you click them onto. Because I'm doing that. I don't
Alex
just
1 AVI. Yariel join back. Laxa _ varosilicase. It never stick for me.
Yeah, that's been an odd issue. The AC. I've lost my mapping on my switch for that, on my throttle for that. I have to click it now,
Sundowns.
but it doesn't go
Do
out.
you have random failures on Laxa? Sundowns. On mine they are all off. Ammo belt. It needs CGI selected for mode. Ammo belt. Panel under HSI. Laxa _ varosilicase. Random fails don't work in MP I believe, but in either case gas, app harsh and a 10 all work okay, but your server works different as curious. Maybe there is another contributing factor as random fails would be very unlucky for you to get all of them.
Good point, Maxwell.
Sundowns. It's a bug. I will send you the file when you modify your MP mission. Naxa underscore Barasilicase. What fire? Sundowns. A tool to fix the issue. Naxa underscore Barasilicase. DM me a link or through in Discord. Sundowns. DM you in Discord, it's from Nekas the maker of Foothold 5. Ammo belt. Your AC should engage now.
Yep, mine did.
Chief, remove the wheel chocks. Copy. Wheel chocks are now removed.
Well, mine's all looking good. How is everybody else in their A10s? Is it all working for them?
Alex 1AVI. Mine still doesn't work, it's probably just an issue with my game.
Oh, well, that's a pity. I don't know if how much you've watched my stream during that, but mine is all working fine. We'll find out more, obviously, as I go to sort of taxi and take
Ammo
off.
belt. What is not working?
So Alex, I don't know if you caught that from Ammo Belt. He's asking
Naxa
what
underscore
working.
Barasilicase. What is failing again at Alex 1AVI?
Well, I'm going to taxi and take off and see how it goes.
Alex 1AVI. I can't do the pitch and your SAS, but I have activated everything to need to do it. Alex 1AVI. I did it in Santa's server and it worked.
That actually goes over my head because I don't even know what you're doing there. You know all about that, and I clearly don't because it's not a Spitfire.
Alex 1AVI. Also, what livery is that? Laxa_barasilicase. 4 switcher above the throttle at Bill 1949T. Ammo belt. Those are solenoid switches and require power to engage.
Yeah, that makes sense. Ammo belt, because they didn't work for me. I didn't lock until I had the APUs running.
Ammo belt. And the APU generator switched on. Alex 1AVI. Got that all on.
Four 9A10 026 for takeoff now.
Ammo belt. Hum. Alex 1AVI. What livery is that, Bill?
It's got England in its title. So the all green, I think it's a horrible colour, but it's just that it's got England in its name, so I use it.
Ammo belt. That's from England AFB in Louisiana.
Oh right, so it's not an.
Alex
Oh
180.
well, thank you for that.
I see.
I didn't know that. I just see the word England and I go for it. See, I'm pretty dumb on all this.
Altitude.
Ammo belt. That's USAF livery of the decommissioned squadron.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I don't suppose there is one like a British one.
Ammo belt. USA is the only operator of the A-10.
Oh, okay. I thought that we used them somewhere, but that's probably because all this time I've seen the England
Check the wing arc.
livery. Oh right, yeah, I see the star. You know what? I've never looked at much. Bad, hang on. Bad.
Alex 1ABI. It was the American thing.
Yeah, I see it. I see it. Yeah, I got it. Oh, no, I totally forgot to put my gear up and no, I put my
Arrowbelt.
flaps
They
up.
used to be stationed at RAF Bentwaters. Arrowbelt. Years ago.
Oh, okay. Bent Walls, that's not too far from me. I mean, what? I don't know, 30, 40 miles maybe. Okay, I'm going to be silly and go for the convoy. They'll probably take me out.
Altitude, altitude. Pull up, pull up.
Yeah, port engine. LTB.
Pull up, pull up.
Might not make this. Engine's dying. Get some more restores might help. lost the map in. I can't get my air brakes up.
Pull up. Pull
I was
up.
hoping I might be able to pancake and still get repaired near the runway, but that wasn't going to happen. Well, actually, I might choose a different livery next time because I'm really not keen on that green colour. But I was only using it because of in my ignorance, it had the word England in it. So maybe I'll choose a different livery. But first of all, I'll jump in the spit for a little while.
Ammo belt. That one you're looking at is the livery of the squadron I was assigned to in Korea.
Ah, right, excellent. That's really quite a contact then. So the way to recognise that is that mainly by the pony.
Alex 1 AVI. Well. Ammo belt. Tail flash.
The green and yellow tail flash, okay.
Ammo belt. 25 Fighter Squadron. Restream.io.
Excellent.
Trophy congratulations.
That's
You've
absolutely
received
brilliant.
100
Well done,
messages
thank you for
today
letting me
in
know
Restream
that.
chat.
I will try to remember to choose that one next time. I'm getting a little bit of Spitfire withdrawal symptoms, so I'll jump in the spit again for a little while. This is my comfort zone.
Request refueling. Request
Copy.
rearming.
Copy.
That was some well worth giving information there, Ammo Belt. Thank you for that, and it's an honour to have you here.
Refueling complete.
Ammo belt. Thank you. Laxa_Barasilicase. Jumping out server a moment to check a setting.
Yeah, copy that, Laxor.
Rearming complete.
By the way, folks, Laxor Boris Telecase also streams on Twitch. If you haven't been there yet, you must pay him a visit at various points. So he's Laxor Boris Telecase, but if you find he's a LAXXOR, so if you was to search Twitch for LAXXOR, you'll find it. And we fly like this Friday night and Saturday. From about midnight on the Friday to in the region of 2:30, but we've exceeded that so far on a Saturday morning, and likewise on the Saturday evening through the Sunday. Which I'm privileged to have something like 7 viewers at the moment, which for me is a lot. So thank you folks for being there. I'm not sure, is this perhaps an arranged raid from Twitch or what? Appreciated either way.
Greco 8 up. 07.
Hello Greco. Nice to see you.
DCS.
Yes, I'll echo that. Welcome anybody. Thanks for being there. And don't forget to get over to Laxor's Twitch stream as well. Maybe that's where you came from. Jolly good, yeah, Laxor, LAXXOR.
Laxor_parasilicus. I'm not Nick currently.
Oh, okay. Jolly good. almost hit my cockpit control. That always happens. Well, I've destroyed him, but cockpit control's gone. I'm RTV. 49 RTV coming in on 08. Assuming the engine doesn't actually cut out. On north edge of runway for rearm and repair action.
Request repair.
Unable to comply.
Request repair.
Copy.
Request refueling. Request
Copy.
rearming.
Copy.
I've got to decide while I'm getting repaired and rearmed, I've got to decide where I'm going to treat myself to a tot of rum. In my wine glass, it's got
Refueling complete.
remnants of red in it. I don't care. I think I probably will have a tot of rum. I'm going to have some Pusser's gunpowder rum. Does anyone like me to explain why it's called gunpowder rum?
Rearming complete.
Right, I'll be back while I get my bottle.
Laxa_barasilicase. At Alex1AVI, when you hot start the GAX/app hash, do you have setting called synchronize physical inputs set in MISC settings?
Cheers, folks. destroyed. He's down. That's good. I should get repaired. I wouldn't be surprised if I've hit something important, though the engine's not acting up, it's not vibrating or anything. Fine on RTB, 2908. Oh, they hit one of my tyres, I think. Oh, maybe not. Sorry, that wasn't turning the radio. Have to move my bottle out of the way. forgot to get my repair started.
Request repair.
Copy.
Request rearming.
Copy. Rearming complete.
Very nice.
Maybe I might as well do something now that I'm finally in the air after 3 hours.
Oh right, you've been having issues then? Beautiful. But the thing is, are those two 109s up there, are they aggressive or passive? We'll see. If they've got blue wings, they're passive, and if they've got camo wings, they're aggressive. Wherever they are, I think they're heading for Nalchik. They're going home. Oh, that one's making a turn.
Arrow belt. I need to dip out. I'll watch for you and lax.
Okay, Ammo Belt, thanks for being there, mate. It's so good to have you there. Take care, thanks for being there. Catch you again another time. Take care, mate. TTFN. So that's a 109 in front of me. I'm not sure if it's aggressive or passive, because there are some passive ones which are very, which I really just the target practice, to be honest. I'm not sure which one this is. I'm up full belt at the moment, and I'm not really catching up with him very much. I think I am, but it's a slow process. He's almost out. That looks like blue wings, so at least I know he's not going to shoot back at me. Probably not going to get out of that. Oh, he's destroyed, he's gone. So that's one of them, but say not very exciting because he was a passive one. see if there's anything left on the bridge. Some BTRs. I know I've got 2 of them. Whether anyone else has taken them since, I don't know. The bridge is centre screen right now. There's someone's been shooting the trains because there's a log jam over there. Say again?
124 check, because I was without a radio for a bit from damage.
Oh, okay, yeah, all good.
Currently sat on the left side of the airstrip because I was damaged and came in gear. The carriage collapsed as I came in because they'd failed to fully extend. So if you're taking off, keep middle or right side as you fly east.
Okay, copy that. No, I'm at the bridge just having a go at some BTRs. I took out a couple of them earlier on. So I'm just going to see if there's any left. I've just hit one, so there's a maximum of 1 left.
I still don't know what causes EEC to not stay on, because after a repair, EEC isn't listed on the board thing as being off, although it is off, it won't turn on. So it needing power is not necessarily the only prerequisite.
Yeah, it does seem a bit odd, that switch.
Take off westbound.
Copy. There's a line of trucks down there. They're passive. Once again, target practice. it gets more difficult to decide which ones are still alive because the ground damage remains. And there's containers. When we hit something, when we destroy something, it leaves a container behind. That container can then be collected by someone in a chopper, swing loaded back to the airfield, and it can be processed as either fuel or ammo, depending on where it's dropped. Ammo's pretty much done. LRTV. Fine on RTV. I'll come in on 08.
I wondered why things sounded different. All the missiles and the guns sound different as you use them if you've ripped your canopy off.
Oh, okay. That's a grotty man who can walk away from it. I'll just get the arm, I've got no damage.
Request refueling. Request rearming.
Copy.
Yeah, copy. Copy. I wasn't on the screen, so.
Alright, so I was having weird. Whenever I push the talk, it brings my Windows cursor back to the foreground.
Yeah, sometimes I've had issues where I do something and it does something else as well. Like a favourite is that, I can't remember even what it is I press, but when I press it, it opens up the radio mode window, like drops it down, makes it big. I have it there small and it makes it big, and I don't know what that is that's doing that.
Right. Does that happen all the time or just in a recent update?
It's been a while, actually. I haven't noticed it tonight, so maybe something has changed in the meantime.
Right.
I'm wondering if I should perhaps fold it now, because it's like 3:30.
Yeah, I've started doing that sort of bearing in mind.
Yeah. You up next weekend?
Yeah, should be. Yeah.
Alright, well I'll fold it there. It's about as usual, a few road marks. So I'll fold it there and catch you next weekend.
Alright, you take care.
I do want to go. And for the sake of my stream, I will now be folding, which I don't like to do because I can see I've still got seven viewers. I hate to fold the stream when I've got viewers, but at the same time, it is 3:30. We're an hour over our
Laxa
usual.
underscore varasilicase. Laxa 07.
And 07 to you too, sir. Okay, for anyone that's still there, thanks for being there. We'll be flying again next weekend, usually from just before or in the region of midnight on the Friday evening through to about 2:30 on a Saturday, and then likewise on the Saturday, midnight to about 2:30 roughly. So thanks for being there. It's always nice to have people there, especially if they can interact, and I know not everyone can, but nice to have people there. Take care. Santa. Yeah, love those eyeballs, Santa.
Love me some Bill.
Yeah.
Sundowns. War Thunder sucks.
Yeah, comparatively speaking it does, but as I said, it's a good game. War Thunder's a good game, but it's not a flight sim, is it? So so I thought it got worse as it progressed, and it got bigger and it outgrew itself. So you ended up waiting for ages and ages to get a battle, because all the people that might otherwise have joined a battle are often in boats or tanks or something. So yeah, I think it kind of lost it in that way. But also, as I say, the flight model with the Spitfire, you put the flaps down as you come into land and it would nose up quite violently, which is wrong. Right, okay, so thanks for being there, folks. Catch you again hopefully next week. Take care. TTFN.